Hi guys, Mike with .com Computers. I have another tech video for you guys today. If you haven't checked out the website dcomcomputers.com, I suggest you check it out. It's a good resource for networking and telecom gear, and we put these tech videos out in support of the website, so if you guys want to check it out. Today's video is going to be the first in a line of CCNA videos for you guys. We're going to reset the password on your Cisco router. We'll upload another video here shortly for resetting Catalyst switch passwords as well. But I have a router here and currently has an enable password on it. So we're going to reset that. So I just powered off the router and power back on, and we're going to get into ramen mode here, which is accessed via control break. I normally spam the control break until it comes up within the first 5 to 10 seconds here of the router powering on. So we're in there. And basically, this will help you reset the password on, any of your Cisco routers. Works on the 1700 series, 1800 series, 2800 series. I'll post a list of what it works on. But it'll work on older and newer Cisco routers with the standard iOS. It even works on the newer 15.0 iOS. Today we're using a 2800 series, which is running 12.4 iOS. So the command that we're going to use is config 0x2142. Now that's going to change the configuration register value that the switch uses to boot. Basically, when the switch boots, it uses this config register value to tell it where to get the OS and where to get the startup configuration file. So by changing that to 0x2142, it will tell the router to ignore the startup configuration file. The default configuration value is 0x2102, which enables it to boot normally. You can use other configuration values to boot from an FTP server. There's a lot of funky things you can do with the config register value. But today we're just using the 2142 and then reset to power cycle the switch. But I know how many times I've bought a router off of eBay, or just gotten into a new facility and didn't have the password to get into the router. This will enable you to get by that enable password and either blank the router out, start fresh, or bring that old startup configuration file, which is still there, we're just ignoring it for the time being. Bring that back in and get that configuration back up and running. So basically, when this boots up here, it's going to boot up like it thinks it has no configuration, like it's right out the box from Cisco. And this does require direct console access via the console port to do this. So there it is right there. Please enter the initial configuration. And I'm going to say no. And now we can get into enable mode. So no password was needed to get into enable mode. If we were to look at the show run, it's got a pretty blank configuration there. There's no username, there's no password. So the first thing I'm going to do is to go into config terminal, and I am going to change the config register command back. So in ramen mode, the command was config. In regular configuration mode, it is config register. And we're going to put that back to the default 2102. And we are also going to bring that startup config back. So copy from your startup config to your running configuration. Destination file name, running config. So now the host name has changed, but we are past the enable password. If we were to do a show start, show run, all the original configuration that was on before we booted this router is there. So if you scroll up here, and you'll see, oh boy, the password was just password there. So we But anyway, so the password's in now. The biggest thing you'd want to do now is make sure you change your password to something you'll remember this time. And like I said, if you wanted to just erase the startup config, you could, and reload this router and start fresh. But appreciate you guys watching, and be sure to check out the website, and thanks for watching.